All right, I just wanted to give you guys a quick lecture about signs, SIGNs, plus and minus signs, and the relationship to direction, right? So we've got these three of the 5 kinematic variables are vectors. Well, I guess 2 of them are in here, right? So v sub f and v sub I, displacement and acceleration. And so I wanted to think and demonstrate, think through with you and demonstrate for you guys how the plus and minus signs work together or don't. So the first thing I want you to think about is how many different possibilities for plus and minus signs are there here, right? Like we could have, let's just think of mathematical possibilities first, and then we can think about whether they're physical or not. So we could have like a plus, a plus, a plus. So that would be a displacement, a velocity, and an acceleration vector that are all pointed this way. So we're going to stick to this sign convention for now. We could have, let's just run through all the possibilities. We could have plus, plus, minus. We could have plus, minus, plus, plus, minus, minus. Right? There's 2 to the 3rd possibilities, right? So there should be 8 permutations by the time I'm done. I think those are all the positive displacement ones. Now let's go negative, 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 positive, negative, positive, negative, and negative, positive, positive. Right, so I think that's every possible case. And so now the question is it physically possible? Like, can all of these like be an actual physical motion? Right? Can you have, for instance, just taking one randomly, like, can you have a negative displacement and a negative velocity and yet have a positive acceleration? So why don't you pause the video here for a second and think about it, okay? All right, so hopefully you've paused and thought about whether these cases exist. So let's go through each case and see if it's possible. How do I have a positive displacement? Well, that just means I have to be standing to the right, right? Anytime I'm standing to the right of the origin, I have a positive displacement because the arrow that connects me to the origin is pointed to the right. So I have a positive location or a positive displacement. Now, a positive velocity means that I'm traveling in this direction. And a positive acceleration means the acceleration vector is pointed that way. So if velocity and acceleration are both pointed that way, that means I need to speed up. So this is easy enough to do. I walk this way and I speed up, right? So that's definitely possible. This is actually kind of confining to just be in the screen. Normally I have the whole front of the room to work in. All right, positive, positive, negative. Oh, okay, that might be tricky. Positive displacement just means I need to be standing on this side of the origin. Positive velocity means I am walking this way. But what does it mean to have a velocity pointed this way and yet my acceleration is pointed that way? That would mean I have to be slowing down. Well, I can certainly be walking that way and slowing down. Just like start off fast and then slow down. So that's also possible. Positive, negative, positive. All right, so I need to be on this side, but I need to be walking that way to have a negative velocity and to have a positive acceleration. So I'm walking this way, but my acceleration is that way. Oh, that's the same situation I just had. I know that means slowing down, right? Here's the trick, right? Velocity and acceleration point in the same direction, speeding up. Velocity and acceleration point in opposite directions, you're slowing down. Velocity, when we get to 2 dimensions, what you'll find out is velocity and acceleration being at right angles to each other makes you turn, right? It's that changing direction part of velocity. Okay, positive, negative, and yet a positive. So that means I need to be going quickly this way, but slow down, right? Positive, negative, negative. So I'm on this side of the number line, but I'm walking in that direction, and I'm accelerating in that direction, so I got to speed up. So, right? Okay, now these are all the negative, and if you think about it, since all of these worked, all of these are going to work, because all I have to do is repeat all of those actions over on this side of the number line, right? Positive, positive for velocity acceleration means walk that way and speed up. Right? And people always worry like, oh, aren't you going to cross the origin, or it's not maintainable for you to slow down speed? We don't care. Like, as long as I can have the configuration of signs at a moment in time, then it's possible it exists, right? And of course, if I pass the origin, then my displacement vector will change signs. If I change directions, then my velocity vector will change signs. And if the net forces acting on me change, then my acceleration can change too. But, so the answer is yes, all of these are possible. You have to really, really fight your feelings that, oh, having a negative acceleration means slowing down. That's not true, right? Negative acceleration just means it's pointed that way. So negative acceleration with negative velocity is speeding up. Right? So Just a word to the wise. All right, that's all I wanted to talk you through. Thanks for